It's 1 minute past 9 p.m. East African time on the 8th day of January 2024. Good evening. I hope you are well. We are well on this side. Our reporters have been up and about interacting with different issues and different people, and they have brought us different stories this particular day. And here are the top ones. Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu releases KCSE 2023 results. $10 billion worth of bursaries to be released to counties, this according to President Ruto. $2,000 pupils who missed 2023 KCPE to join higher schools with the condition of doing an exam before joining Form 3. And 3 perished and 17 injured in 2 separate accidents earlier today. This is Kutv Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. And our good friend Moses Gitonga is our sign language interpreter for tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu says 4,109 candidates who sat for the 2023 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education will not receive their results due to suspected involvement in examination irregularities. According to 2023 KCSE results released today by the Education CS in Uasin Gishu County, 201,133 students qualified to join universities and other higher learning institutions. Take a look.
It is more than a month since the completion of the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education KCSE. Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu announced the 2023 KCSE results today.
Already reflected in the accounts of NEC.
In Moi Girls Uasin Gishu County. According to Machogu, 899,453 candidates sat the KCSE exams in 2023, where the number increased by 18,037 candidates, which represents 2.05% compared to 881,416 candidates who sat the exam in 2022. Machogu also pointed out that gender equality has been achieved in education regarding to the results, where 450,554 candidates are males, representing 50.09%, while 448,899 candidates are females, attaining 49.1%.
899,453 candidates who sat the 2023 KCSE examination, 450,554 were male, while 448,899 were female.
According to the 2023 KCSE results, 201,133 students have qualified to join universities, indicating a 22.27% increase compared to the year 2022, where 19.6% was reported, with 173,345 students having qualified to join universities.
The number of candidates who attained the minimum university entry qualification this year, C+ and above, was 201,133.
1,216 students scored a main grade of A, with national schools registering 889 A's, extra county schools with 172 A's, private schools registered 143 A's, while county schools got 5 A's, and sub-county schools registered 7 A's. A total of 7,254 candidates scored A minus. Over 10,000 candidates attained a grade of B plus, with 36,728 candidates got a B, and B minus being scored by over 50,000 candidates, a C plus over 70,000 candidates, a C grade with over 90,000 students, a C minus, D plus, D and D minor registered over 100,000 candidates, and over 40,000 candidates scoring A. According to Mashogu, 4,109 students did not receive their results following irregularities during examination, where the results have been withheld for a period of 20 days to allow investigations to be concluded. 2023 KCSE results is the first since the existence of new grading system that involves 2 compulsory subjects, being mathematics and 1 language, required in computing the main grade. Dorothy Musioka, KUTV.
Now, with 1,216 candidates scoring A plain and 8,470 scoring A minus in the 2023 KCSE, parents, teachers, and students converged today at different schools to celebrate their outstanding performance. Our reporter Anyango Sylvia joined some of the schools today and brings us the joyous moments of students across the country after the long toil throughout the year. Listen in.
Top candidates in the country were jubilant following the release of 2023 examinations earlier today. Here in Nairobi at Jamhuri High School, parents and teachers came together to celebrate Ndinda Philip Mulatia for his exemplary performance after he scored an A plain.
So I was shocked at first. I was anxious. I thought it was a dream. So I had to pinch myself first and I'm okay. So my motivation was my mom. She used to motivate me, although sadly she passed after I finished the exam.
Malum John also expressed his joy after attaining an A minor despite attending a day school.
My target grade was A minus, which I am happy that I got it. And actually it has not been an easy journey, because from the beginning we used to wake up at 4 a.m. each day, and we have an exam at 5 a.m. So it's not been an easy journey.
It has not been easy. He's a day scholar. I did everything for him. I gave him the moral support, because when he did his KCP, he felt disappointed with the results.
According to the school principal Dan Kanjuma, who was new to the school, the results were attributed to joint efforts in changing students' attitude towards learning in different subjects.
I worked on the teachers and we formed a team. I influenced their attitude, I influenced the way they were looking at it. And finally we were able to work together, and by second time we were already set.
In Laikipia County at Nanyuki High School, 15 candidates scored an A plain, 286 securing direct entries to universities after scoring C plus and above.
2022, for example, we had 4 clean A. This year we have 15. 2022 we had 44 A minuses. Today we have 72 A minuses.
Elsewhere in Embu County at Moi High School in Biruri, 8 student scores A's, with 2 students scoring an A of 84 points.
Matarajio yangu yalikuwa A, lakini haina shida. Tunashukuru Mungu kila kitu ambacho tunapata. Hivyo mimi sina shida. Tegemeo langu ni kwenda University of Nairobi, naweza kufanya medicine na niwe daktari ili niokoe maisha ya watu.
At Sacred Kieni Girls, 2 candidates scored straight A's and 10 minuses, the top girl being Tabitha Mudeu.
Already we have 2 A's and several A minuses. The B pluses are just too many. We are on the process of completing the compilation, and the grades that we are getting are really encouraging.
Even as students celebrate having attained good grades in the 2023 KCSE examinations, there is a need for joint collaboration between parents, teachers, students, and the board in order to come up with good results. Anyango Sylvia, KUTV.
And President William Ruto, when gracing the lounge of laying the foundation stone for Kamagut Primary School in Uasin Gishu County, stated that the government is working to ensure every child gets education. Ruto has insisted that TVET's institutions and universities have already received funds for students' capitation, calling on the 2023 candidates to take advantage of the funds.
President William Ruto has stated that in the coming days, 10 billion worth of bursaries will be released to counties, in addition to the already 31 billion that has already been transferred to schools.
Last week, tumetoa pesa shilingi bilioni 31 kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wanasoma wiki hii kwenda mbele. Nataka pia nitangaze hapa ya kwamba kesho na kesho kutwa tunatoa zingine pesa bilioni 10 ya kusaidia bursaries kupitia kwa Constituency Development Fund.
The education funding system has already rolled out 31 billion to facilitate learners' capitation, and in the 31 billion allocated to schools, free primary education got 4.74 billion, capitation of junior secondary schools receiving 7.6 billion, exam invigilators and markers receiving 2.8 billion, with secondary schools getting 16.2 billion, and another 12.8 billion being added to facilitate construction of JSS classrooms. According to Cabinet Secretary for Education Ezekiel Machogu, the funds were released on Wednesday last week, and schools should have received the money by today.
TVET tunaongeza walimu wengine 2,000 ambao watasomesha watoto wetu katika TVET, na tumeongeza pesa ya capitation shilingi bilioni nyingine 5 ambayo itasaidia watoto wetu katika TVET. Pale university, for the first time, pia universities zetu walikuwa na matatizo makubwa. Tumeweka budget ingine pale ya bilioni 46 kuongezea ile pesa ilikuweko, ndio watoto wetu wote wanaoenda university wapate nafasi ya kusoma, na tumefanya funding model mpya so that we can address the challenges ambayo iko katika masomo ya Kenya.
Additionally, according to Ruto, additional teachers have already been put in place to facilitate competency-based curriculum learning, stating that 56,000 teachers are already being enrolled in schools. Ruto also stated that 2,000 teachers have been enrolled in TVET's institutions, with more expected to be introduced.
Tumeweka pesa ingine karibu bilioni 12 kuhakikisha ya kwamba transition ya watoto wetu katika JSS inaendelea mbele, because we want to make sure that our education system is appropriately and properly grounded so that we have a firm foundation upon which to build the progress of Kenya.
President Ruto has made it clear that education funding in Kenya will be done to all students coming from needy families, calling on legislators to ensure that the funds get to the constituency in time. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Now, 2,000 pupils out of slightly over 9,000 who failed to sit for the 2023 KCPE exam will now be allowed to join secondary schools, and however, they will be expected to sit an entry examination by the time they join Form 3. This according to the Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu, who says the National Examination Council (NEC) is expected to issue further details regarding this exam. The fate of slightly over 7,000 other pupils who missed their 2023 KCPE remains unclear. At the same time, President William Ruto has ordered investigations into the cases where 3,000 students failed to sit KCSE 2023 despite being registered to do so, as he also called for tough action against those involved in exam cheating. 17 minutes past 9 p.m. We take a short break. We'll be right back.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za tarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani swahibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa Kutv, nahodha mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalonukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
To the consumer, we explore agribusiness opportunities right here with you.
Changamoto lingine ni soko. Soko saa ingine bei inashuka tu drastic, kama saa hii hoho imeshuka chini.
On Money Monday, we explore business stories and engage business professionals as reference points for analyzing investment opportunities.
Last year, the economy grew by 4.8%, which is really an indication of the resilience of the economy.
If we don't grow the economy, then we cannot have economic transformation.
We shall bring you up to speed with everything taking center stage in the business world and the state of the nation. Join me, Ann Odida, every Sunday and Monday for captivating, entertaining, and informative stories at 9 p.m.
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Bari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Nambi, darling, let's go to the beach. Your parents are so worried about you.
Can you both stop talking at once? How do you want me to respect you?
Best part of all of this, it would just be you.
That didn't sound very good at all to me.
Nambi is mine. Dylan's out of the picture now.
She really wants to stop you from getting married to Nambi.
Then have it your own way. You can go and join Zahara.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Moses Gitonga and I are back, and so are you. Welcome back. President William Ruto has again issued a warning to the opposition on challenging his agenda through blackmailing the judiciary, calling on them to let Kenyans enjoy the benefits that come in hand with his projects. According to Ruto, his agenda is to transform Kenya, particularly on the unemployment issue, praising his housing project for creating job opportunities. Additionally, he has called on the judiciary to be patriotic. Ruto has also spoken on claims from the opposition on resumption of the nationwide protests, stating that his security personnel is ready for any eventuality.
Wanatufanyia maandamano, wanaweka sufuria kwa kichwa, hiyo sufuria sijui itasaidia nini. Kuna watu ambao hawajawahi kupiga lami, hawajui kukosa ajira ni nini. Hawajui mamilioni ya vijana wetu hawana nafasi ya kufanya kazi. Tumepanga mambo ya housing kwa sababu ndio itatupatia nafasi ya kuzalisha ajira. Wewe watu wawili watatu msiende kotini ati kutukoroka. Na mimi nataka niwaulize mahakama zetu pia, they should be patriotic. They should think about the welfare of the millions of Kenyans, those who do not have jobs, those who are selling their property so that they can pay hospital bills.
The National Police Service has announced again 2 different accidents that have occurred along Isinya-Kitengela Road and Narok-Bomet Road early today. The first accident occurred at Kisaju area involving a Toyota Matatu and an Isuzu lorry, killing 3 people and others sustaining injuries. According to police investigations, the Matatu driver tried to overtake the lorry, but it lost control and collided with the Matatu. The deceased were taken to Shalom Hospital mortuary, and in the other accident at Tegero area, Narok-Bomet Road, a Matatu and lorry collided, causing those on board to sustain injuries, and the 17 are now receiving treatment at Narok County Referral Hospital. Now, we move on to another story, and the impact of climate change is increasingly evident along El Salvador's coastlines, where salt water is slowly claiming what was once farmland. VOA's Veronica Viafanye now reports.
The ground appears to be covered in snow, but this is salt. On the Salvadoran peninsula of San Juan del Gozo, near the coast, salt water has steadily encroached upon this land because of climate change, according to locals.
The problem with this land is salt. A lot of salt has filtered through. The salt is already this deep.
Juan Vides is a farmer who has lived in the area for decades. He says that for more than 8 years, he has not been able to grow anything on his plot of land due to salt intrusion.
That's why the last time I planted, the corn was literally cooked. It didn't sprout due to the intensity of the salt. It cooked it.
Here, salt water from the sea has both entered the subsoil of coastal areas and is mixing with freshwater aquifers. Some environmental experts, such as Ricardo Navarro, say the situation has worsened because of the rise in sea levels.
As sea level have risen, saltwater intrusion has moved further inland. Where people used to be able to dig a well and get fresh water, they may now find brackish water.
Some residents report that their well water is now saltier.
Of all the wells the families had, there are only 8 that can still be used for human consumption. The water in the other wells is very salty.
There are no desalination plants or other ways to improve water quality in the area. Residents claim they have no government or private support. Some farmers are looking for solutions. The area is also suffering under a prolonged drought, so Raúl Villalta is now planting alternative crops such as cashew and sesame.
Here we have a corn crop, but at the same time we have an agroforestry crop. Amid the corn, we planted cashews. The corn was lost, but the cashew crop remains. And thank God, cashews are quite resistant to drought.
While some farmers switch crops, others try to make a living from fishing in the nearby mangroves or raising livestock like Vides.
Nowadays, with the small amount of cattle that I have there, that's my job. That's how I survive.
And Navarro says there are also ways to fight back against the rising sea levels.
We could bring in fertile soil to build the orchards on elevated ground so that they would not be exposed to salt water.
By creating family orchards on elevated ground, farmers could continue to produce food for their families and communities, even in the face of rising sea levels and saltwater intrusion. For Claudia Saldaña in Jiquilisco, El Salvador, Veronica Villafañe, VOA News.
And that story by Veronica Viafanye of VOA allows us to take another short break right here on KUTV Primetime News. We'll be back in a bit.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola. Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
They are powerful and influential. They make decisions in politics, education, finance, agriculture, health, sports, and all aspects of human life. But the impact of their decisions falls on you, the common citizen. KUTV Primetime News Thursday. We ask bold questions and pursue answers to the core to bring you closer to the story. We couldn't have it any other way. Join me, Auma Evans, as I raise matters of social concern to raise your voice from the background to the foreground. Every Thursday and Saturday at 9 p.m. only on KUTV.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Welcome to Sports News. And Kenya World Cross Country champion Beatrice Chebet claimed a victory in the women's Eloigba World Cross Country Gold Tour meeting in Spain after a tough battle against other Kenyans and British athletes. Chebet, who is also the 5 kilometers world record holder, took command from the start of the race before reducing her pace in the midway, causing other Kenyan athletes Edina Jebitok and Grace Nawawuna to overtake her. However, Chebet reclaimed her position just a kilometer to the finish line after overtaking the two athletes and secured her first victory in Elgoiba. Jebitok and Nawawuna finished the race in second and third position, respectively. And in soccer, Colombian national Luis Diaz safeguarded Liverpool's hope for the FA Cup's title as he scored a late goal in the last minutes of the second half in their third round match against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Diaz's goal came just 15 minutes after Arsenal defender Jacob Kiwior scored an own goal which went in favor of the Reds. In other matches, Manchester City thrashed Huddersfield 5-0 as Phil Foden scored twice. West Ham was held to a 1-1 draw by Bristol City, as Aston Villa bagged a 1-0 victory against Middlesbrough tonight. Manchester will take on Wigan Athletic at the DW Stadium, marking the second time that the two teams clash in the FA Cup tournament. All right, that story on the FA Cup brings us to the close of our conversation tonight. Of course, our sign language interpreter Moses Gitonga is not very happy as he is an Arsenal fan and he lost terribly yesterday. But of course, there are more days to prove yourself, and of course, that allows me to say something as well as we also take a break until tomorrow 6:30. That in everything that you do, there's a day of winning, there's a day of losing. You have to get up and fight another day. So we hope for better days for Arsenal and anyone else who is not on the bright side as far as this weekend or this day is concerned. We come to the close of the conversation once again. Be sure to join Mizizi ya Habari tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. and at 9 p.m. we will come back with that what is called KUTV Primetime News, which is what actually you're watching right now. We take you back to our normal programming where we have educative programs and entertaining programs right here on KUTV, a new experience so that you can be able to learn and enjoy yourself while at home as you continue to rest as you wait for yet another day. Moses Gitonga is our sign language interpreter tonight. My name is Mutegi K. Martin. It's been a pleasure. Good night.